Still in the news, the indigenous people of Biafra has warned that nothing must happen to its leader, Nnamdi Kanu. The organization, which said Kanu was kidnapped by the government agents, promised to expose details of his abduction later. Spokesperson for IPOB, Ima Powerful, said these in a statement titled, "Nothing should happen to our leader," IPOB tells federal government. According to him, the IPOB would not be intimidated into backing out of the struggle despite Kanu's arrest. And joining us via Zoom is the legal representative of Nnamdi Kanu, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
All right, quickly share with us, what is the plan now that your client is in detention?
Well, first of all, there are some preliminary issues that have to be ventilated before this matter can ever come to trial, if at all. You see, we are talking of a situation where a citizen of the United Kingdom left the soil of the United Kingdom and to a trip overseas, and while he was in transit in an East African country, which has just been revealed to be Kenya, he was seized from the soil of that country and forcibly brought into Nigeria against his will and against the will of the British authorities. You see, there are certain domestic, municipal, international, and United Nations laws that should guide actions like this. There are mutual legal assistance treaties. There are laws on extradition proceedings. There are UN conventions on international fugitives. And Interpol, of course, has its own rules. Nigeria, too, has. And Britain has. So how come none of these rules were followed before Kanu was seized again? Will and brought it. This is exactly what we're talking about. So it is going to be an issue of the propriety of his being here against his will before we can even come to any question as to whether he committed any criminal offense or not. But when it comes to that, it's really going to revolve around what they are alleging he did. This whole thing is about self-determination and his request for referendum, none of which is listed under any written law in Nigeria as a criminal offense. So what really is he being accused of? It's not very clear, that he's being accused of any specific offense. And in the circumstance, he should be regarded as a political prisoner. Simple. Okay. This matter is not criminal, it's political.
All right, can you share a little?
Be looking at.
Yeah. Hopefully, before we go, we can talk about. Hopefully, before we go, we can talk about the case proper. But can you share a little bit more on why he was in Kenya, why he traveled, and the details concerning his being picked up in that country and brought to Nigeria? Is there a little bit more that Nigerians need to know?
He has a right to travel, and he wasn't an international fugitive. He might have been regarded as one by the authorities in Nigeria, but in every nation of the world, he was a free man. So he could leave UK to go to the US, to Canada, to parts of Africa, Asia, anywhere he wished to go, in pursuit of his private business or the business of the indigenous people of Biafra. So to waylay him and seize him without due process of law and bring him into this country when he wasn't traveling on a Nigerian passport is something that really should shock the conscience of every man and woman out there.
Okay, well, some of the things that have been mentioned, that he is accused of, treasonable felony and the likes. What would your response be to those who say that he basically had pushed his members and members of the IPOB into committing crimes here in Nigeria? And of course the attacks in the southeast, the attacks on the security agents. Is there a response that you can also share from your angle?
Well, you see, it's not only that you can accuse, you also have to prove. So it doesn't stop with just, leveling allegations. You have to keep in mind that since October 2017, when the IPOB was declared a terrorist organization in this country, and going back to even 2015 when mass arrests of IPOB members began to occur, to date, there has never been a single conviction of an IPOB member for any violent crime, not even to talk of terrorism. So is Nnamdi Kanu going to be the first? We just have to look at the laws of statistics. IPOB has millions of members and thousands have been arrested since late 2015. Till date, none has been convicted. All we hear about is arrest, and charging them for terrorism, treasonable felony, treason. That's not enough. And the reason for zero conviction is easy to see. I don't think Nigerian judiciary in the end will believe that any member of IPOB actually committed any of these offenses that they are being accused of committing. That is why I say that to some extent I have implicit confidence in the judicial authorities of this country to see through all of this, that this is not a matter for the criminal courts, but a matter for the political process.
All right. Finally, what is his legal team like? And currently he is in detention. Are there still any of his rights that are being broken? There's videos circulating on the internet seeing him being blindfolded while being moved in and out of court. You know, what is his, do you have any idea of his current condition while in detention?
Well, I have to tell you, quite honestly, the manner of his arraignment was quite shocking. The authorities were aware of the fact that Mr. Kanu has attorneys of record. They should have been notified. Arraigning him without benefit of counsel is a violation of his constitutional right to counsel. And this one, you're talking about blindfolding and all that, even though it's unverified, if it happened, it too violated his constitutional right to personal dignity and not to be treated, to be treated decently. So all of these things, will come into play when time comes for the hearing. But going forward, we hope that with due regards to the attention this matter is generating, both nationally and internationally, the federal government will be wise to treat him fairly, with decency, with a modicum of respect, and to refrain from anything that will offend his personal dignity or that will have the imprimatur of torture.
All right. Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to speaking with you again between now and the 26th and even further.
It's my pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Hello. Hope you enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the notification button so you get notified about fresh news updates.